without further ado, let's go with another central panel of this event. We are moving into a practical session of the program today, funding opportunities aligned with the European Bauhaus values. This block is expected and intended to help you understand where the strongest opportunities lie, especially those with a clear social dimension. That's the topic of today's event, and how organizations working on inclusion, community engagement, and social innovation can position themselves within NEB-related goals. Our first speaker on this block is Carlos Toledo. He is the national contact point for the new European Bauhaus in Horizon Europe at the Spanish Ministry of Science, Innovation, and University. Carlos will guide us through the Horizon Europe calls with a strong social component, highlighting those most aligned with the NEB values, particularly inclusion, community, participation, and sustainable living environments. Carlos, thank you for being with us today. The floor is yours. Please share your presentation.
So thank you, Irene, and thanks to the organizers to inviting us for sharing this time with you. Thanks to all the audience to choose this event in the middle of all this festival, the NEB Festival. So this week is full of events. So thanks for choosing us. And thanks for all the contribution you are doing and you have done before my presentation. So we have been learning a lot about the different labs in Portugal, in France, in Spain, and so there are some people attending here that I know previously, but it is a pleasure. Really, I'm learning about the NEB. So now I'm going to share my screen, but yeah, okay. I guess you can see it properly.
Yes.
Okay, so I just will try to guide you and to revisit and review the current open calls in the Horizon Europe. Let me first introducing myself and my entity, which is CDTI, the Spanish National Public Agency, is responsible for the coordination of the participation in Horizon Europe, in Pillar 2, and also in the EIC. And so that's why I'm here, but I'm not alone. I mean, we are two people supporting these calls in Horizon Europe. It's my colleague Adeline Marcos, who is an NCP from the Cluster 2, and he's working in FECIT, which is another organism into the ministry, and myself. And so what are we doing as an NCP, just for all of you who didn't get in touch with us previously? So we are helping in early stages just to review the project ideas and how to are these adapting into the topics, and supporting also in building consortia, and in final stages or closing stages to the final preparation and application, just review your proposal in draft form and just help you to solve those questions and answers that you can have. We have developed last month, 12th of May, we have developed an info day, a national info day in Spain, and you can if you search for it, you can go to the video recording. And also we have done this together with our colleagues from the Ministry of Vivienda and Agenda Urbana, which is the ministry supporting the rollout and the political component of this European Bauhaus. So here you have this box mail where you can go to check, and also they are managing the national website, the European Bauhaus.es. So when I was preparing the presentation, just talking about the social inclusion, as I would say that this is a core pillar into the NEB facility. I mean, embedded social inclusion is one of the core pillars. So integrated equally with the green transition and local democracy is into the vision of the NEB facility. The equitable green transition, that means to share those green benefits fairly across all the communities, social groups, and the territories. Addressing social inequalities. That's another point I would like to to bring here. This focus on reducing the social inequalities, the exclusion, to face the energy poverty and the spatial inequalities in local neighborhoods is one of the other lines that you will find. And finally, strengthening the community cohesion. That's a big relevant point into the NEB facility. This promotes the shared spaces, inclusive design, and the participatory processes for social resilience. And how it is faced. So which are the main key mechanisms to deliver this social inclusion? From a point of view, in the housing and urban design, that's prioritizing affordable quality housing and regeneration is one of those challenges. So okay, I'm putting a countdown for the time. Participation and co-creation, that's another relevant point. This is to co-design these workshops and citizen participation to foster the trust and the ownerships of the residents and stakeholders. Another key mechanism is this accessibility for vulnerable groups. We will see later on how it is explicitly mentioned in many of the topics. This attention to the vulnerable groups to ensure environments that are usable by disabled, elderly, and children, for example. And finally, research and innovation. So this is a facility. This is NEB facility. So this is under the Horizon Europe program, and so we are putting and engaging all these lines into this research and innovation program that is Horizon Europe, the big research and innovation program into the Europe configuration. So to build environments in impact social interaction, safety and well-being, it's one of the lines. I just want to bring here also just to go into a detail, a very brief detail. So I recommend you encouragely to go back and revisit this NEB Compass working principle. So this document, the NEB Compass, is very, very interesting from my point of view. This three-axial scheme, the three main working principles: participatory process, multi-level engagement, and transdisciplinary approach. So I have just chosen one of those three axes, the participatory process. That's from a point of view one of the main instruments to help and to give guiding recommendation and examples of the way that you can implement this social inclusion into your proposals. I would say that here we have these three levels of ambitions. The ambition first, which is to consult, the ambition second, which is to co-develop, and the ambition third, which is to go to reach the self-governance. And into all these three ambitions level, you can go into these details and examples into the same document that will help you and will guide you to understand how you can put this social inclusion into your proposals. So now moving on to the Horizon Europe, just how this European Bauhaus is getting and is considered into the Horizon Europe. I remind you, we are now in the last strategic plan of the whole program. Horizon Europe is the FP9 edition. So it's this strategic plan is from 25 to 27, and it's the last of the 7 years program. And now in some of the relevant points of this strategic plan, key elements like the strategic orientation, the expected impacts, 9 new co-program and co-funding European partnerships, the EU missions, and so finally we find as one of the key elements this European Bauhaus facility. So now this is materialized into the work program Annex 13 here in this slide. You can see, and so this annex is the one that is defining and containing the whole detail of the work program we are facing now for the rest of the year 26 and the 27. So, just a brief reminder, we have to work into the NEB facility under the Horizon Europe General Rules of Participation. So then we are going to find different types of actions, innovation actions that are close to the market, research and innovation actions that are a little a little close to the research, and so just a little far from the market, and finally coordination support or procurement proposals. The standard calls, if it is not modified under the definition of the topic, you will find a funding ratios from 70% of private entities and 100% of the not-for-profit entities. So in the case of research and innovation actions, it's 100% for all type of entities. The final reminder of the evaluation criteria. This is a centralized evaluation, so the Commission is taking the list of the evaluators, the experts evaluators list, just to recommend you also to register in this expert list, because the Commission and the agencies that evaluate the proposals are searching for new experts, and you are welcome to go to that. And the three criteria that are involved in this evaluation are excellence, impact, and the quality of implementation. And you will see that social science and humanities and the citizens' involvement is one of the main points into this European Bauhaus. We have 3 destinations into this work program, this Annex 13. The first destination is connecting the green transition, social inclusion, and local democracy. So this is the main core destination where you can find the inclusion, the social inclusion lines, but not the only one. I mean, it's a horizontal issue that you will meet in the rest of the destination too. The destination number 2, which is the circular regenerative approach for the built environment, and the destination 3, which is focusing on innovative funding and new business model for the transformation of neighborhoods. How are distributed the calls? So now we are in the middle of the 26th call, which is it is dedicated 101.4 million euros to these 9 topics. The deadline, remember, it's important to know, it's the 1st of December. For the next year, 27, it's still dedicated 93.7 million to the main program. The scheduled time is similar. It will open in May and will close in 1st of December. And in parallel, we will have also for the 27 year, we will have a joint call with the Soil Deal Mission, which is dedicated a budget of 15 million euros. Just let me put here a brief data that coming from the provisional results in the 25 call. Spain has got preliminary a return of more than 11 million euros into 35 participation. That's a good news for us, and just another information to encourage you to participate. Just now, a brief and fast review of the topics. The first destination, as I was mentioning, is the most dedicated to transformation, social inclusion, and local democracy. Is my colleague Adeline and Marcos, who is leading the support to this destination because of her experience into the cluster 2, that is more in social science. And so into this destination, we have mainly supporting innovation through social and cultural impact, transformative of participatory practices and governance models, acceptability of change, the role of culture in them, and social connection, sense and belonging, including culture. So 3 topics expecting to, so the Commission is expecting to fund 3 projects into those 3 topics. Here you have the first topic is dedicated to homelessness through housing with approaches aligned with the European Bauhaus. The second topic is dedicated to innovative approaches for spatial design of neighborhoods. And the third topic, it's titled Understanding Inhabitant Experiences of Neighborhood to Support Health and Well-being. So you can see that the detail into the annexes, and so you can review and start working on that. The first and second one are innovation actions. As I have mentioned previously in the introduction, in those type of actions, for-profit entities are expecting to receive up to 70% of grants. The rest of entities go to 100% of the grant. And the last topic is research and innovation action that is also 100% of grant for the whole types of participants. The second destination, this is the title, Circular and Regenerative Approaches for the built environment. Here we can see what are we finding here are 3 topics with 37 million. And so what we will find here, just to develop materials and production, sustainable designs, construction, renovation, and assesses the impact, metrics, and evidences. So this is a more technical, if we can say that, or technological destination. And here we have these 3 topics. The 3 of them are innovation actions, and just go into a little detail one by one. First, to remind you some common issues into those 3 topics. So it's strongly recommended to collaborate with past and ongoing research projects. So here it is very linked to those experiences of collabs, for example, or demonstrators that you have developed previously in other projects or proposals. This is a continuous relevant participatory and transdisciplinary approach, as I have mentioned previously on the introduction of the NEB Compass. Civil society, public authorities, different technological disciplines like architecture, urban design, arts, engineering, health, and evident and contribution to social science and humanities. Just legal restriction. It is restriction are not eligible entities that participate from China. I encourage you also to go and check the list of the countries that can participate as beneficiaries into the Horizon Europe program. If you have any doubts about it, you can contact me. The first topic is dedicated to this sustainable, inclusive, affordable, and beautiful solution for thermal comfort in buildings. But this thermal comfort, compared to current solutions, and considering this is inspired by vernacular knowledge, nature-based solutions like bio-based materials or bioclimatic design and frugal innovation. Pay attention to this. Pay attention to this accessibility to groups in vulnerable situation that is mentioned on the bottom of the slides. This is considered to be demonstrated in at least 2 solutions into the proposals. The second topic is dedicated to advancing maintenance and repair measures for existing buildings, to extend service life and to reduce life cycle environmental impact. This is demonstrated on 3 buildings, at least 1 heritage building and at least 1 social building. So this is important, and it's another way to go into this social inclusion. And the last topic is dedicated for the sustainable and beautiful use of vertical spaces. Here, just considering to contribute to reduce and minimize the negative effects of densification. The last destination, I will pass just a little fast to go into the time, is dedicated to new business models for the transformation of neighborhoods. And here we will have 3 topics also. And the main common things is similar to the previous one, to the destination 2. A difference to the previous destination, here there are no TRL, no technology readiness level definition for the activities. And here you have the 3 topics. The first one dedicated to addressing homelessness through coordinated social infrastructure and services in neighborhoods. The second one dedicated to the capital market dynamics under the European Bauhaus. And the third one will go now into detail. So let me just remark the first topic, this business 01, which is addressing the homelessness to evidence the structural social infrastructure and service needed to address this homelessness problematic we have in many of the European cities. How to give accessibility, including disciplines like healthcare, education, employment, community integration, and other relevant social services. And this topic is expected to be demonstrated in at least 5 neighborhoods located in different member states. So, and the last one is dedicated to approaches to reuse vacant, obsolete, and underutilized spaces. So just also to be validated in at least 3 neighborhoods in urban, peri-urban, and rural areas. This is a very important point. Remember, we are not talking also only about cities and urban spaces, but also about rural areas. And so to assess the social, cultural, environmental, and economic value of these approaches. And so this is the content of the main goals. And just the final remarks. Very important to read the glossary of terms that is in the introduction of the annex of the work program. Just common issues, transdisciplinary, social science and humanity, links to previous projects, and so choosing limitations on eligibility to limitation to China participants, and also that you can count to our support. And from a point of view, just 4 main conclusions. Social inclusion is mainstreaming into the NEB, into the European Bauhaus program. The holistic urban framework is considering also the complex societal challenges, and the green transition and participation is encouraging to foster the citizen engagement. And the main, last but not least, the people-centered innovation. So the NEB emphasizes equity and social justice as core to urban transformation and innovative sustainability goals. So this is from my point of view, all I have to contribute to this event that has been very, very interesting from my point of view, and I'm learning a lot from all the participants. And so ready to hear you and to answer any question from my side. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much, Carlos. The presentation is going to be shared afterwards, so important to know. Also, as a quick and brief recap, there are 3 main destinations. All of you are invited to check the work program and the glossary of terms. Also, the eligibility of the countries, and remember that there are also national contact points in most of your countries, so you can reach them in case you have some doubts. Don't forget in your proposals to mention or to refer and propose activities linked to cities, peri-urban areas, and also rural areas, and to connect previous research projects with ongoing ones in your proposal. Thank you. Now we will move to our last speaker, that is Alicia, our colleague at Action Against Hunger, who will introduce us the opportunities offered by the EIT Community NEB. Alicia, please go ahead. She will also share a presentation that will be available afterwards.
Yeah, thank you, Irene, and thank you all. I'm just sharing the list of national contact points in all countries of the Horizon Europe. So I hope I didn't mistake the link. I think it's okay. So you can check the contact points. As we are lucky to have Carlos here, you have also contact persons in your countries, national contact points. Yes, I'm going to share about the AIT community, about NEB. I'm in charge of sharing all the links here. So sorry. And the point here is that I will make an interpretation, okay? Because I'm not part of this EIT community, so I will make an interpretation of the goals that may be of our interest. Okay, so well, EIT community NEP, it brings also financing opportunities to us, as they have open calls about the European Bauhaus. It's part of the EIT community, which is a transversal entity in the EITs. The EIT is the innovation community. Also is like innovation hub that is financing also is financed also by the European Commission. But well, the important thing here is that what they are looking for about the NET, they are looking for innovation, of course, and they are focusing on development and also scaling of solution aligned with the NET values. They are also focusing on communities and citizens, so they are worried about the participation of the citizens. They are core in their arguments and communications. And also, of course, they are willing to promote collaboration among diverse stakeholders. As you already know, NEB is based on this alliance or this complementarity or interdisciplinarity approach. And of course, the EIT is looking also for that in their projects to be financed. I focus on these three, which will be the calls will be published in this year, in 2026. But we don't know when. So as I said before, I'm making an interpretation only. But I interpret that these three are the most interesting for us. Connect NEB, which is is based in the community. Co-create NEB is based in the communities, but together with the public authorities. And enhance NEB, which is centered in the scaling of NEB projects. But one by one, what we know from the webpage, so as I mentioned, this is an interpretation from our experience. Well, Connect NEB, that will be like the first step in these calls, no, because they are looking for initiatives from the citizenship and the communities. So they will be like the starting point of this kind of projects. Of course, they are looking for projects developed in cities and peri-urban and rural areas. So again, these several geographical dimensions. This is focused on development, not in scaling or replicating or something like that. So this is like the first step to develop, to co-design, to start thinking on solutions to address the community problems, let's say, or community ideas. And of course, the aim is to improve quality of life and foster social cohesion. So again, both of them focus on the citizenship and also to focus in the communities, no, in the social cohesion they want to provoke through NEB, no. Well, they are looking also for exchanging and transdisciplinary collaboration as the NEB, as a core principle. And as I said before, they are looking for co-creation activities here and with a lot of participation of the citizenship. Well, this will be like a further step, no? As I can like imagine, because they are like here put it in the center the public administration, local authorities, etc., and they are all also focusing on public spaces. So here is like a step forward and using the public spaces to answer the community needs that probably or not were investigated and co-designed and co-created in the previous call. No, I say that because in the other calls more related with entrepreneurship, the calls are related each other, not from each other, no. And here probably they will be the same, no. But we have to be alert to be active in the first one, just to follow the steps, no. They seems to be following. And well, here in Co-Create NEB is more focused also in the design, also taking into consideration the communities, but it's like, initiatives like some of we have seen today here in the event. Is more focused on in the place-based intervention. I mean, they are looking for one geographical area to implement and to exploit and explore public spaces. And the third one, that will be like the scaling of the two previous one. So I imagine that only those projects approved in the other two calls will be financing by this third one, no? So they are like looking for projects that already work in some areas and scale up and make the most of them to grow them and to extend their impact in another regions, areas, etc. No, and they are focused on knowledge exchange, peer learning, cross-regional learning, strategic partnerships. So they are like more wide here in this third call. I'm going to share like also some examples of this cohort in the previous calls. So we have some examples there, and so we can have an idea of what they are looking for. But the main message I want to bring into the event is that we have to take advantage of the NEB approach and NEB values and NEB collaboration approach to bring it into another programs and another EU programs, as we did it in the Space Nest. So in the Space Nest is funded by COSME. COSME is the SMEs competitiveness program in EU, and we have thought that that will be very useful to incorporate the NEB approach and take advantage of and connect the social economy with the NEB principles. And so we are connecting several approaches and missions of the European Commission in one project, no? And we encourage you to do the same in another programs as CHERB or Erasmus+. We submitted one proposal also based on NEB principles in Erasmus+, but focusing on education and vulnerable people. So NEB is all over the programs. And well, they are two calls open, but they are closing very, very soon. Is two of them I share here, Urban Action Networks and European Urban Initiative. Urban Action Network, it can be seen but like a good easy entry for cities because it's a lot of exchanging and learning, and can be based, of course, on NEB. It's not necessary, but it's included, and it can be considered, of course. And also the European Urban Initiative that can also cover the NEB principles, of course. No, and that's the main message I want to share with you. And to be alert, of course, as you know, of many other calls, but they can be present in other ones. Okay. And that's all from my part.